Now at 11, heartbreak, heartache, grief, and a search for answers. Tonight, a community united to remember two stepsisters found dead under a bridge in Rome with bags over their heads. Welcome to Up Late, everyone. I'm Ron Jones.
And I'm Aisha Howard. Ron, those killings were nearly a week ago, and the GBI continues to look for their car and for who killed them. John Sherrick is live for us tonight in Rome, where their loved ones gathered for prayer and song earlier tonight. John.
Truvenia Campbell's mother spoke with me tonight. She is grateful for all the support that the family is getting, and she is heartbroken beyond words.
She pleaded with everyone. The mother of Truvenia Campbell, Donna Campbell, pleaded with everyone to space themselves apart, observe social distancing, having limited success as they gathered outside her home in Rome to mourn and celebrate Truvenia, 31 years old, and Truvenia's sister, Vanita Richardson, 19, half-sisters, same father, different mothers, 12 years apart, but as close as twins, always together in life, dying together.
They were real close to one. Very close.
Donna Campbell says Truvenia had epilepsy since infancy. Vanita watched out for her, and investigators say the sisters were in Vanita's car this past Tuesday night. In the hours before, road crews discovered the sisters' bodies on the banks of the Etowah River underneath the East Bypass Bridge. There were bags over their heads. Vanita's car was gone. The GBI telling us Monday. Investigators are not disclosing if they have an idea yet of who might have been with the women, how they were killed, possibly by two people, or the motive. And agents are still looking for Vanita's car, a 1997 Toyota Corolla, Georgia tag RTJ 6295. Donna Campbell burdened, she says, with grief and with the horror of not knowing, praying now.
That they find the true people that had done that to my children. Answers. We want justice.
Just wanting to find out what happened.
And tomorrow night marks 1 week since the two sisters were out riding around in Vanita's car and then someone killed them. Investigators asking anybody who has any information to call the GBI.